Hey guys, what's up Mustangs? Boo guys coming back to Forza Motorsport 7 with a new car pack that was not announced at all. It just kind of showed up. And that's a shame because it's a fantastic car pack. Unlike the previous car pack, which was rather terrible, with the infamous Safari and the Porsche 804, this has the Bugatti Chiron, the Audi TT-RS GT3 car, the V12 Vantage GT3 car, and a ridiculous car build of the day, the Kia Stinger GT. Yeah, this is on the Grand Tour, and might I say, it was fantastic. It was a pretty good race, not the greatest episode overall, but it was pretty solid. And yeah, we're gonna see what I can do. We have the this is my first time using this car, by the way. 6.2 liter V8 or the 5.2 liter V10. I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, I'm going to V10. Yep, that's the thing we gotta have. Because that's cool. And this should be able to get over 1,000 horsepower to 630 already. Yeah, I was gonna do the Focus RS because it is sadly no more as of April of 2018. But this is new. So we're gonna use that. Has 275s on the front, not too shabby. And 305s on the rear, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm hoping this will actually be a solid build. Because the Kia Stinger, although rather overpriced, at $50,000, is quite a nice vehicle. It has a good chassis, it's a very good chassis, and a few other good things. We are going to improve on them. The brakes are pretty good. We're going to make them even better. Steering is pretty good, so hopefully we won't have too many problems with the mighty Nürburgring. But you never know. You never know. It's rather heavy, gonna be just shy of, it's gonna be exactly 3,200 pounds for that matter, exactly 3,200. And now we just have to shove power into it. So let's see how much power the Kia can get. I have absolutely no idea. I believe it's like 1,016 from the V10. I don't remember. It's not the Viper V10. This is the Lamborghini V10 from the Gallardo, I believe, if I remember my engines correctly. But the turbos really need to kick in because I'm not getting much power here. Yep. Oh. 85 horsepower. Come on. 917. Okay. I thought this engine was a bit more powerful when you put the flywheel on. I thought this engine would be a little bit more powerful at 917 horsepower. But that might be advantageous to us in order to get a good lap time. Alright, so the Kia Stinger has to beat the McLaren P1 LM with a 643 around here, which I have no idea. But we shall see. This makes a lot of noise. Like, Jesus Christ, that makes a lot of noise. Now, I was remarking earlier, whoa, brakes are cold, tires are cold, everything's cold, and we have scraped the paint. I was remarking earlier that this less amount of power might be a good thing, because then we may have more control. With a 1,000 horsepower engine, yeah, you have more power, but you may not be able to use all that power. So if we have slightly less, you may actually be able to use it all, which is good. Oh god. Oh, that's a good thing I didn't break enough. No! We're slightly off the track. That didn't cost us too much time, actually. Not that this first run is very good. However, yeah, it's a good sighting lap, basically, if we don't screw it up anymore. It's relatively quick. We might struggle on the straightaway. I might have to lengthen the gears a little bit. Oh no, we have a 7th gear. Okay. We have a 7th gear. We might be fine then. We may be fine then. Yeah, it has a lot more wheel spin than I expected. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever driven in terms of wheel spin, but I was expecting a little bit better grip, considering we have less than 950 horsepower, and we have 305s on the rear, and we're relatively heavy, because weight does give you a little bit more traction, gives you a little bit more pushing down on the tires. Yes, this is the noisiest. I have not used the 5.2 liter V10 in some time. Ooh. And this is one of the loudest engines I have ever used. The turbo noises are immense. You might not be able to hear them. Ooh, no, that's a wall. I feel like Richard Hammond with the Noble M600, just constant turbo noises, Well, that's not exactly a good way to start this lap, smashing into a tire wall. But that can happen on this track. It's a nasty, nasty track. Okay, come on, get her going. Ooh. Alright, there we go. Nice and easy. Ooh. Yeah, third gear, in third gear, if you're not turning, third gear is fine. But if you're turning, it's really scary. Because if you're turning in third gear, it just wants to spin. That's all it wants to do in third. And second, you might as well not even be. Like, look at that. I was expecting a lot more grip from the Kia, I will be honest. I mean, it's monumentally better than last week's Lancia Stratos. But, you know, I was expecting a bit better. Not sure that's the overall pace to challenge the Porsche, just because we don't quite have as much grip, and we don't have as much power. And we are heavier, so it's not looking good for the Kia, but maybe, just maybe, it'll pull something out of the bag. That was too much speed. We need a lift through there. We need to do the tiniest of lifts, because he's almost flat out, but we just don't quite have enough grip. So, oh god, that's right on the knife's edge. Come on, get it stopped. Get it stopped heading into the carousel. There we go. It just wants to slide. That's all it wants to do is the Kia. The Kia just wants to slide. There we go. Negotiate it very well. Come on, Kia. Yeah, this is, I believe, the first Kia in the game. Which is good, because Kia's kind of been off the market for a while in terms of performance vehicles, but they've recently made the Stinger, and it does sound fantastic in terms of the name. Could use a little bit more performance for $50,000. Our Mustang will go many seconds a lap faster than it around a track. And it's 5 years old. Now, it is a track car, but, you know, it's still a big, heavy muscle car. With... ah, crap. Come on, Kia. Oh, this is horrendous. It's not horrendous. I've been a moron driving it, but it's not a very forgiving car, this one. Yeah, it's not perfect, I'll say. I don't know why it's spinning its wheels though. It's not. It doesn't have the most power. It doesn't have the most. It doesn't have the tiniest tires. In fact, if on paper it is a fantastic machine, that's some airtime. That's not what we want. So on paper it's a fantastic machine, but on the road it slightly falls apart. Like, look at that. Lots of vehicles, if you're brave, even the Lancia could take that. Goes that section faster, and this just can't. And it's very peculiar. I don't know why. Because in theory, yeah, it's strange when we are hanging on the long straightaway, so let's see if we need to extend the gear ratios at all. Good exit onto it. We're right on the edge, though. Come on. Make it up in the straight line speed department. We're up to 190. Hitting 200 right about now. How fast will we go? 205. Come on, 206. Come on. 207, the uphill's not helping. 208. 209. Oh, that's good. That's a lot of grip. 212 into the braking zone. That's a nice amount of speed. And that's pretty much where you want to brake, because that was a nice edge around that corner, but it did feel pretty planted. Ironically, more planted than most areas of the circuit. I ran that way too deep. 740.5, sorry. I mean, for a lap where we hit the wall and went off the track numerous times, had a terrible middle sector. That's not too shabby. Come on, Kia. Show me what you got. Let's just string this together. If we can string it together, I think we can make a decent lap out of this. Come on. Now let's be a little neater into this corner. It was very scary. Ooh, as I said that, we just got a twitch. That is an absolutely massive flight, I will say. I think that may be the furthest jump we've ever had. I mean, the Porsche jumped a considerable distance. The Lancia was too out of control to get airtime. 192 down that stint there. Was another section of airtime. Yeah, you get airtime a lot around this track. This track is notorious for airtime. The Formula 1 cars in the 70s were getting airtime a good, 60s, before aerodynamics was invented. Oh, holy crap. Well, they're getting airtime a good 8 times a lap. That's a lot of air for a Formula 1 car. And, yeah, it's crazy. Just utterly mental, this track. And the Kia is okay at it. Get the power down. There we go. That's what we want to do for the remainder of the lap. If we can do that for the remainder of the run, that would be fantastic, okay? Yeah, I must say I'm liking the Kia. It's a solid entry in the Forza. You see, I like these. This car pack was fantastic. It brought in the Ram Runner, not the Ram Runner, the Ram 2500 Crew Cab Express. And sure, it's not everyone's taste because, oh, SUVs are atrocious. Holy crap, that's a lot of airtime off a curve, 2-wheel moment and a half. Sure, they're not racing vehicles, but that's kind of the point, in a way. When the limo was introduced into Forza Motorsport 6, and the question was raised during an interview, why would you ever put a limo in Forza into a racing game, not a chauffeur service? And the Turn 10 liter, which is about 150 quadrillion times better than the Team 10 liter, said, why not? That was his response. Why not? Which is the perfect response. That is the way to answer that question. And I say that to every car pack. Why not put a Ram Runner in this game? Why not put a Dodge Durango SRT in this game? They're completely useless and never should be racing in their lives. But you can. And that's just fantastic. This is the only racing game where you can actually do that. Now lift through here, there we go, look at the speed of the Kia! Something never before said in the history of mankind. And it is fast. That was a fantastic high-speed section heading into the carousel here. Getting on the brakes nice and early. We don't want to be running too deep, because deep means slow, and slow is not a good lap time you should be having. 120 is not the fastest, sorry, 118 is not the fastest we've seen in there. We've seen 130, so acceleration is slightly lacking. I've screwed up the carousel slightly, but we didn't have a major problem. We lost a little bit of time. But over the course of a lap, I don't think it'll make too much of a difference, especially on this circuit. Which might as well be the square area of a city. Come on. I am genuinely curious, these square feet of this track, if it's bigger than some cities. If it is, that would be amazing. Because there's all that interior space as well, where it's running through the forest and stuff. Ooh. We're only 11 seconds up, which is interesting. We might not have reached the area where we hit the tire wall. Maybe that's where we're gonna make up a good 30 seconds, because we got from a standing start, so that should be a few seconds. We've not made any mistakes on this lap. We've had some bad lines, but we haven't made any crashes. So I don't know why we're not making up a huge amount of time. Ah, yeah, that was the tire wall. Okay. I'm good now. I remember this area now. Okay, I got lost on a racetrack. James May Award goes to me today. I mean, admittedly, if you're gonna get lost on a racetrack, the Nordic Chef is probably the most likely candidate, given the fact there's 128 corners on the track. So, I mean, I think there's a little bit of lenience, another bit of airtime. That corner is just horrific. Because it's a downhill, counterbanked turn. No! That was extremely close to going off the track. We didn't quite, the back end went off. But that, ironically, helped us get turned. So we didn't fully go off the grass, which is nice. The grass actually helping. Come on, get the power down, get the power down. Come on, Kia! There we go. On the back straight once more. Yeah, we're only 15 seconds up. I don't know why we're not quite going as fast. Because that was a very clean lap. It wasn't a perfect lap, but it was very clean. Come on! Be brave! Flap, can we go... Wow, we're getting a lot of speed now. This is a lot more speed than previous. Must have got a better run. Because we are going 212 already. Turn! Oh. Whoa! Holy crap! That was a lot of height. I am going to rewind that just so the car does have a clean lap. In all fairness of the vehicle, since there's only 2 laps, okay? I do want to be fair. So, like, look, can we just admire that height? Can we just admire that height? Like, Jesus Christ. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry. I know it's cheating, but I want to be fair. I won't do that to every vehicle that crashes on there. Can I recover it, though? If I can recover it without a major crash, I'll keep going. Yeah, okay, I recovered it. Ooh. like I said, if there was a major crash, where I like stopped dead, like so, which is like going on right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. For God's sake, come on. Yeah, I know. Oh, come on. I was going so much faster that I didn't really have time. I tried to carry the speed, I tried to be flat, it didn't work. No. Fuck. I'm really annoyed. I'm very, very angry right now. Because the Kia should have gotten a fantastic run. And I blew it on the last 3 corners. Because I tried to carry too much speed. And it didn't work. Oh, I got a 722, I believe, right? A 726.4. Oh, the Kia should have done so much better and it didn't. I'm sorry. I tried. Didn't work. But that was a lot of height. That was spectacular, without a doubt, but I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased at all. It's a very difficult track to get good lap times on. Well, a 722. We'll put it into second place, 726. We'll put it in second place, about 20 seconds slower than the Porsche, and 40 seconds faster than the Lancia Stratos. It should have been so much faster. It should have been the sub 720s, maybe in the 710s, like below 710. But because I carried too much speed, that's really annoying. But that's what happens in these lap times, unfortunately. And yeah, we just couldn't get the lap time that we desired. But maybe the Kia can make it up in the straight line speed run. So the Kia Stinger, it says it can go 245 miles an hour. If it does reach that speed, we'll tie it with the Porsche 911 Lichtenbau. Apparently the Nuremberg cars really like to be in the 245 mile an hour range, but it is quick accelerating. And another thing I want to point out, this is an S-Class. I didn't know that. That's actually a pretty good time for an S-Class car. It should have been a better time, but we are already up to 233, 240, 234, 235, 36, 37, 38, come on, 39, 240, we're not going to reach it, come on, 241, 240, come on, 241, nope, we lost some time on the bumps, come on, carry the speed, 238, come on, 39, we're going downhill now, come on. Nope, that's it. Gotta brake, got on the brakes, got on the brakes, got on the brakes. We pushed that really hard. And that means it'll go around the 5th, 6th place area. 5 miles an hour, or sorry, 4 miles an hour slower than the Porsche 911. And a few miles an hour faster than the Viper, the Focus, the Volkswagen Golf Mark III. Yeah, the Kia, it certainly made up a little bit for its wheel spinniness, and yeah, I highly recommend this car pack. It's a fantastic pack, and I would have replaced the Chiron with the Koenigsegg Jira RS, but you know what? I'm not going to be picky when it comes to the Bugatti Chiron, so yeah. Anyway, back to the Kia. Okay car around the corners, needs a little bigger tires. But other than that, pretty solid. Brakes are pretty good. It's relatively lightweight. You can get it down to a pretty lightweight for a 4-door. Has a bit of power, has around 900 horsepower in it. And yeah, overall, pretty darn good vehicle. But that was going for this episode of Forza Motorsports. I'll be back with more.